Now,
That phone call stopped the video.
pardon?
That phone call stopped the
Oh.
video. I restarted it.
Okay. Now, after your final hold, you go to ramp 4. Now, ramp 4 is the ramp down. So I go full out, 999.9.
E3R4.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
9999.1.
Yes, just as far as it'll go. P3 ramp 4, 999 degrees per minute. Okay.
I hope to God it saved the video.
Now, your hold at the end of that one, level 4, I always just put 0 in. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Level is 0. P3 level 4, 0 degrees. And then the hold, 6 seconds, 0.01. Now, here's how you end a program. At this point, your set point is 0. You go to ramp 5, minus 0.1 tells the controller, stop the program, stop the profile. Okay.
So, negative 0.1.
Right. Ramp 5 is negative 0.1.
And that shuts the kill off?
That shuts the kill off, yeah. Actually, this is the profile. Now, let me go to red ink. Okay.
What temperature does it shut it off at? You have it set at 0? That's never going to happen.
1575.
1575. At 1575, the set point drives down to 0.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so at that point, even without the programmed events, the output's going to shut off because there's no call for heat.
Okay.
Okay. Now here's where it gets a little confusing. Programmed events. Okay. A program event is a ramp and a soak. A ramp and a soak. Now all it is there's 2 alarm outputs in this kill. We're not using them as alarms because there's no alarm functions on this kill. Why they didn't put an alarm function on the kill, I don't know. But what we did is I took, let me get out of this. Now to get out of this, once you have the display you want, you hit par, and that enters it into the memory. So then we scroll up to programmed event 1, programmed event 2. Those 2 go with profile 1, profile 2. So we're going to go to programmed event 3. Now,
That's the one we just did?
Huh?
Is that the one we just did?
Yeah. We're programmed event 3 goes with profile 3. So programmed event 3, you'll see numbers like this and letters like this, 1F, 2F. Now, in the case of your kill, 2 will always be F. That what 1N, let's say 1N 2F. What that means is alarm 1 is on, alarm 2 is off. Okay. So you'll always program. You'll either program 1N 2F or 1F 2F in your programs because we're not using alarm 2. Okay, there's no use for it right now. So to start the program, this segment right here, P3 P3.1 would be 1N, 2F. And it would be 1N, 2F all the way through to the end of your final soap. So 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. What turning that on programmed event does is it turns on, there's contactors in there that feed the thyristors, that feed the elements. When they're off, there's no power going to the thyristors, and so there's no possible hot leg that you can get hurt. It turns actually, I'll show you. It turns all three of these contactors on or off. Okay, one end turns them on, one F turns them off. So once you get to the end of your soap, your final soap, you can go to 1F, 2F, and then this one would also be 1N, 2F. Or 1F, 1F, 2F, excuse me. 1F, 2F. So the way that looks in here is P3.1. This is why I always say do it on paper first. You know, after so many years of doing them, I can do them in my head. But so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 programmed events in this program. So 1 through 6 would be 1 N, 2 F. 7 and 8 would be 1 F, 2 F. So what you do is P3.1, you scroll down or up until you see the 1N, 2F. Then you touch parameter 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. 1N, 2F. Now we're up to 7. Now 7 is this slope down here, so we don't need those contactors on here at this point. So we go 1F, 2F for 7, and 1F, 2F for 8, and that's it. Then just to get out of this, you just push display, and you're back into normal display. But if you use something like this for a pattern, you can map everything out before you enter it. And even though there's three parameters per leg, there's ramp 1, level 1, and hold 1. There's only 2 programmed events because you can't program event at level. You just program event what's going on in those particular segments. Now you can change a segment while a program is running, as long as that particular segment of that program isn't running. I'm interchanging profile and program. I don't mean to, but let's say, for example, you're running. Let's say, for example, you're running profile 3 and you start it. Okay. Now I can't change the ramp rate in there now, but I can. What I can do, let me shut this off. Don't need to be running the kill.
You hit up and down and hold it to shut it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me. Shut this off. What you can do. is while a profile is running, you can get into configuration, again, the program, and then get into profile 3 that's running, and you can scroll down with parameter to now you're not in hold, you're in ramp, so you can say you want it. I want 10 minutes hold. You can change it, but just not unless if that segment's running, you can't change it. But when it's not
Everyone
running,
after that you can.
right? Or if you can actually change one before, or let's say you're up to ramp 3 and you want to change ramp 1, you can. You can change any segment that's not running at that particular time. But that's the way to do it is just map it out, and then you can see after doing several hundred of them, I can do them in my head, but I still tend to map them out. That way I don't get confused, especially if I'm doing multiple programs.